Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AFK Journey. Now, today's video, we're going to check out the brand new Dream Realm boss, Alpha Bear. So, for this boss, I completed my first attempt. I was able to beat him in Common 1, and now I'm currently in Common 2. So, the difficulty is a little bit higher. So, there's currently like 28 minutes left, and the next boss is going to be Skyclops. So I just wanted to share with you guys the team comp that I feel like that is really good against this boss. Probably not the best team comp, but I feel like this team can really help you do a lot of damage. So this is okay. This is not what I'm currently using, but this was my first attempt. This team is actually pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and pop another attempt. But for this boss, you mainly want to use Florbell. Florbell is going to do insane damage against this boss, and she is very useful because she is going to distract the Alpha Bear. Because when we look at the Alpha Bear in this kit, we're going to go ahead and read his kit and everything so that you guys can actually understand how this boss works. So this boss is a warrior unit, and he's also a physical damage type. And when we look at his ultimate, it says the boss is going to summon a swarm that deals 110% damage per second to each enemy covered in honey for 3 seconds. When all enemy heroes are marked with honey, a mega swarm is summoned, dealing 200% damage per second till the end of the battle. So his ultimate, he is going to basically cover your allies with honey, and if your allies are covered in honey, they're going to take a lot of damage from his ultimate. And then looking at his next skill, we have I don't know the name of this skill, but it says he's going to throw honey at an enemy, marking them until the end of the battle and dealing 100% damage. And then for the next skill, he's going to throw honey at enemies in adjacent tiles, dealing 50% damage and marking them, smashing the ground when there are no enemies in adjacent tiles. Deals 350% damage to all enemies. And then for the last skill, he's going to make and pull a terror ball towards the enemy, dealing 120% damage to all enemies in its path. So I'll say the most dangerous skills for this boss is the ultimate, the next active skill, and these two active skills. This active skill doesn't really matter. It doesn't really do that much damage, but the ultimate and these two active skills is what makes this boss it's not very difficult, but this is a challenging boss. So the fact that he's going to throw honey at enemies adjacent to him, you want to put Florbell all the way to the side so that she can avoid that, honey mark, so she won't get inflicted with the honey, so she won't take a lot of damage. Because Florbell, you want her to stay alive so that she can continuously summon those allies, because her allies are going to take the honey mark way more than your your other characters, like let's say Smokey or even Corrin. So we're going to go ahead and put Coco right here. Coco is also extremely important because she's going to apply that damage resist to your team, attack buff, and lifesteal. And of course, you want Smokey. And when you get Smokey's Mythic Plus, he can actually do some insane damage because he's going to take away the enemy's HP, which is really nice. And of course, you want to put in Kruger so that he can inflict that physical defense shred, which is really good overall. So I want to take out Corrin because I feel like Odie is also a really strong unit against this boss due to the fact that Odie can deal damage over time. And when you get his exclusive equipment, once the boss's HP reaches a certain threshold, he's just going to immediately die because of Odie's exclusive equipment. So we're going to go ahead and take out Kruger as well. We're going to put in Reiner. Now for Reiner, I would recommend you guys to focus on getting Reiner's Mythic Plus, because his Mythic Plus is going to make him really good against bosses. But as of to right now, I got him at Legendary Plus, and he can basically like increase your target. Like he can basically increase your allies' attack by like 12% max, and he can also reduce the enemy's attack by like 12%. So that's actually pretty good overall. So we're going to go ahead and use Reiner. So this is pretty much going to be the team I'm going to use. We're going to put Coco in the back, and we want Reiner to basically teleport Coco up front so that the boss can receive less damage. Not receive, yeah, basically the boss is going to receive more damage, not receive more damage, but he's going to deal less damage, and our allies are going to deal more damage against this boss. Actually, if I take a look back at his Legendary Plus, he's going to increase the target's attack by 7%. So we literally want Odie to have the purple circle so that he can receive that additional attack, and the boss is going to get that reduced he's going to deal less damage. So we're going to go ahead and pop this attempt, and the artifact that you want to use is Star Shard Spell, because Star Shard Spell is going to increase your haste and it's going to deal some pretty good damage. So let's go ahead and enter this battle. Now, we might not be able to completely eradicate this boss, but I feel like we can do pretty well so far. So Odie, he's all the way up front. Now I think we have to like move Odie around so that he won't get that honey inflicted on him. So let's see what's going to happen here. So far, we're doing pretty good damage overall. And the boss is not dealing a ton of damage, but I feel like once we reach like 20% damage, or probably like, let's say 25% damage, that's when the boss is going to start doing some insane damage. So we're not doing so bad. As you guys can see, we already did around like 140,000 damage, which is honestly pretty good. Actually 140 million. So okay, now we're starting to die. So I feel like, of course, the more you level up your characters, the stronger they'll become. So right now, my characters aren't, at an extreme high level, but we were able to reach that 30% damage, which is honestly pretty good. So if you're stuck at common 1 with this boss, I feel like this team can actually help you get past that common 1. You can reach common 2. But we were able to survive throughout the entire battle. So it really comes down to me just simply leveling up my characters and just making them stronger. So as you guys can see, Odie deals insane damage against this boss. Florbell can also deal some pretty good damage as well. So Reiner is very, very important in this team. I feel like Reiner is way more important than Kruger. Of course, Kruger is going to inflict that physical defense shred, but at the same time, the fact that Reiner is going to give Odie that additional attack, and on top of that, he's going to reduce the boss's damage, that's actually pretty good overall. So this team, really, really nice to use. And they also have some team recommendations, some characters that you can use against this boss. This guy, you can also use him. It seems like he's going to be a really good unit against this boss, which is really nice. But I feel like Florbell is like best in slot when it comes to, ranged attacks, because she's able to summon those puppets, those allies in the battlefield, and they'll just distract the boss, and he's going to inflict honey on Florbell's allies the most, rather than him inflicting the honey on your allies. So the next team that I really want to check out is, we're going to go ahead and take out, we're going to take out Reiner, and of course we're going to put in Kruger, because I want to see how well he can perform with the physical defense shred. And I feel like Odie is still nice to put in his team, so we're going to go ahead and put, we're going to keep this team. I feel like this team is actually pretty nice to use. We're just going to replace Reiner with Kruger, and let's see what's going to happen. So Coco is still up front, but hopefully he doesn't inflict the honey mark on, everybody else. Okay, so Kruger, Coco is dead here. So as you guys can see, with this team, it's mostly better when you use Reiner. Reiner performs way better in this team because he can basically teleport Odie up front, and then Odie is going to be the one to take the most damage instead of Coco, which gives Coco enough time to, build up her special move meter so that she can proc that additional damage reduction. So let's go and check out the stats right here. So Florbell did more damage this time. So of course, I feel like Reiner is a way better option to use in this team, because he's just better. Reiner is just really better, and I'm really trying to get that Mythic Plus. I'm getting closer to that Mythic Plus, because when we take a look at Reiner's Mythic Plus, it is insane. So if we come over here, it says Reiner deals 200% damage to the enemy and knocks them down when casting Dynamic Balance, increasing their damage taken by 25% till the battle ends. That is insane. So he's going to basically increase the amount of damage your entire team can deal to bosses. So Mythic Plus Reiner is cracked. Like, that's the reason why you should really aim for Mythic Plus Reiner, because his exclusive equipment is absolutely broken. So if you don't have him at Mythic Plus, you can use Kruger. You can use Kruger, and you can use Corrin as well. I feel like Corrin is really nice to use against this boss. But if you have Mythic Plus Reiner, he is a must-have unit against the Alpha Bear. So that's pretty much the team combination I want to show you guys. And if you are struggling against Alpha Bear, hopefully this team can actually help you out. But we currently have like 19 minutes left, and this video will be uploaded like after that 19 minutes. But next week, you guys will be able to have an idea as of to, which team you should form and use against Alpha Bear. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. And I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.